A huge Roblox game is currently at the center of a major controversy, with allegations of doxing, misleading DMCA takedowns, scams, and even claims of sabotaging other games. Today, we're diving deep into everything that's going on. Before we get into it, don't forget to hit the like and subscribe button. I'm trying to hit 20k subscribers, and every single one means a lot. Alright, let's get back into the video. The game we're talking about is Grow a Garden, a massive hit in the Roblox universe. With over 805 million visits and an astonishing 500,000 plus active players every single day, it's clear this game has captured a lot of attention. Recently, it's been blowing up even more, with people talking about it everywhere. But is everything as it seems? Before we jump in, I just want to say this one's important. Even if you usually skip around, I hope you stick through it. There's some stuff going on that needs to be talked about, and the person behind it should be held responsible. This whole situation really started blowing up on May 6th, when a Roblox developer known as Joshua is Minecraft put out a tweet that got a lot of attention. He called out the person behind Grow a Garden, and what he said was serious. The thread started with front page Roblox developer and creator of Grow a Garden exposed. BMWLux, or Adrian, has a long history of scamming, backdooring, false bans, DMCA abuses, and even doxing. And now his game, Grow a Garden, recently hit 1.5 million concurrent players. After that, Josh talked about his own experience with the dude. So apparently, back in 2022, they teamed up and agreed to split the money 50-50 if their game popped off. And it actually did, hit over 1,000 players. But then, out of nowhere, Adrian just cut him off, removed him from the group, stopped all the payouts, and kept the cash for himself. Josh even dropped Discord messages showing what went down. When I originally met BMWLux, otherwise known as Adrian, he had no popular games and I only knew him because he had copied one of my relatively popular games, and I had friended him as a joke. Well, about a year after I had friended him, he randomly reached out to me and wanted to work with me on some games. So we had made this deal that I would give him my game files and he would simply upload them with whatever themes he wanted, and we had agreed to split 50-50 of the revenue in that group. Well, after a couple of months of that group being made, a few of the games started doing well. And when one of those games had blown up to 1,000 players, he instantly removed my recurring payouts, stole all my revenue, and kicked me from the group. He also included evidence that confirmed he was cut off from the game's group payouts, showing he was completely removed from the revenue share. And the proof of me actually being the one providing those files is pretty simple, as my username is displayed in each game somewhere, providing evidence that he was the original owner of the game prior to any of this happening. The next tweet in his thread would read, "Doxing." In threads shortly after I exposed him, Adrian publicly revealed my full name in a Discord chat, threatened to post my home address, and even said he'd share a photo of my house, all in a public server. This tweet would also showcase Adrian's long history of doxing and threats, including a screenshot of him threatening Josh and his family, along with another instance where he made similar threats and got banned for it. It's clear that this behavior is pure malice, especially considering that this all comes from the guy who helped kickstart Adrian's career in Roblox development. The next tweet in the thread stated, "A pattern of abuse." Since 2022, Adrian's victim list has grown. Outright scamming, backdooring collaborated games, leaking project files, and a lot more. Dozens of developers have been harmed. The first screenshot attached showed Adrian, going by the name Black and Gold in these chats, trying to steal game files from fellow developers. Additional evidence also showed him attempting to sneak malicious scripts into projects and leak private development files, all seemingly driven by his obsession with profit over anything else. The next tweet in the thread reads, "Uploading gore and NSFW on outs." Adrian's outs inject gore and NSFW into collaborators' group games and then he reports them, triggering bans on innocent devs while his main stays clean. This is easily one of the most disturbing accusations in the entire thread. It includes evidence showing BMWLux allegedly using alternate accounts to upload disturbing content, like gore and explicit material, into group projects, then turning around and reporting those same games to get other developers banned. Several people have come forward with statements backing this claim. The next post in the thread said, "False DMCA claims, BMWLux has filed multiple bogus takedowns, most notably my Snowball, where he nuked the original, re-uploaded his copy during the counter notice blackout, and grabbed 2,000 plus players and revenue." One developer shared how Lux falsely took down his game, copied it, and then re-uploaded it to cash in on the success. It's not just unfair, it's calculated. He wasn't just copying games, he was trying to wipe out the original creators and take full control. That kind of behavior crosses every line. Another developer also came forward with their own experience, sharing, he did the exact same thing to a game called Crazy Chefs, stole the title and concept, then abused the DMCA system to get the original taken down once his game became more popular. He's probably done this to countless other games too. I've reported him, explaining in detail everything he's done, yet he's still on the platform. This adds yet another name to the long list of people who claim they've been manipulated or outright stolen from. What's even worse is that despite multiple reports, nothing's been done. The guy is still out there, causing damage to other developers without any real consequences. And just when you think it couldn't get any worse, another developer stepped up with a story of their own. A user named TicketDev shared how they were also targeted in this same way, saying, "It happened again. Make sure you lock up your ideas and share them with nobody except your devs." Me and a man named BMWLux were longtime friends that shared in-game stats and information with each other on games. I gave the stats of these games to him, and he decided to personally release copies of my game after seeing the ARPDAU. The next part of the thread took things even further, with a tweet stating, "Why it matters. Front page status shouldn't grant impunity." BMWLux, also known as Adrian, remains unmoderated despite doing this for years. His continued success undermines trust in Roblox's moderation and punishes honest creators. And it's not just one or two people. Another developer, Aiden, came forward with his own experience. In his post, he shared, "I wanted to come on here and talk about the owner of Grower Garden, or my old investor, threatening to send me false DMCAs. Adrian is BMWLux." It would then go on to say, "Adrian was my old investor for AFK for UGCs. He did not do much, to be completely honest. He put about an hour of work in for a decent percent. He added a simple steal function, which was originally my idea, and just made some minor fixes. Adrian, or BMWLux, basically destroyed our stats, kicking it out of the algorithm." You can see where Adrian joined the team, and how significant of a decrease in stats we faced. This caused AFK for UGCs to fall out of the algorithm and become irrelevant. The tweet reveals how Lux didn't just slack off, he actually made things worse. After joining the team, instead of helping, his actions hurt the game's performance and caused it to completely drop off the map. The thread continued with the next tweet, "Well, a few months go by, and I noticed these trends of these, my pet blank, games. So, as curious as I was to hop on the trend and see what this was all about, I did so, not knowing my old investor was involved in this trend. Adrian, once noticing I made a similar game to his, threatened to DMCA strike my game when we were investors. I would also like to add that Adrian/BMWLux was not the creator of this trend. Yet, he thought he had the rights to take down all the creations who copied the trend with him." He also shared screenshots that showed Lux acting like he owned the trend, throwing around threats as if he had exclusive rights to the idea, even though he didn't invent it. What's worse is Lux accusing this dev of copying him, when the truth is almost always the other way around. He even included an email showing Lux trying to falsely file a DMCA with Roblox to get the game removed. When Aiden, the developer being targeted, understandably panicked and reached out to the original creator of the game for help, he discovered something shocking. Lux had also filed a false DMCA strike against that game too. Another dev soon stepped up with a post echoing the same kind of experience, reading, "Shout out BMWLux on Roblox for threatening to copy my game after I refused his purchase offer. Remember guys, don't fall to people pressuring you about accepting offers you don't want to take." So yeah, to wrap it up, BMWLux has shown time and time again that he's willing to do anything to protect his profit. He's aggressive, manipulative, and obsessed with control. If someone gets in the way, he'll threaten, copy, and try to erase them, all while Roblox continues to do nothing about it. And yeah, this video might not have been the most exciting, but it was important. This guy's been taking credit for others' work and threatening anyone who tries to call him out. Roblox really needs to step up. Thanks for watching, and if you're new around here, I'd really appreciate it if you hit that subscribe button. I'm aiming for 20K and your support means a lot. Hope you all have a great day, and I'll catch you in the next one.